client that came in for a prom due. She was like, I'm doing like a pinup kind of dress and a pinup this. And I was like, oh, no.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, what era of pinup?
Oh, she wanted the finger waves, like starting here and going pretty much all the way around.
Starting at like the far part. And, Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was like,
she was in that chair for a while.
Okay. Yeah. They looked pretty decent when they left.
That's good.
I wasn't great at them, so they didn't look great, but...
You tried, and that's what's important.
I tried real hard.
Speaking of trying really hard, hi, and welcome to Blank Bodies, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 tabletop and horror podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and I'm joined by...
Me.
Him.
It's John.
It is John.
And them.
And that one over there.
It is them. I, all of the pronouns. Hi, it's Sarah. I just realized I have mustard on my shirt and it did not come out.
Uh-oh.
That sucks. You can't see it, though, because this is an audio-based medium. I am admitting to my sins for your benefit, because you fuckers are forcing the wheel.
Dum 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 dum.
We're trying really hard at everything, including eating.
I know.
It mostly gets in our mouth, though, so we're improving.
Look, that was the sloppiest of pork tenderloins I've had in a hot minute. It was so good,
same,
though.
dude. Same.
Yeah, it's just unlike you, John. I have tits that have a third dimension to them.
No, yeah, that's fair.
So it becomes a problem.
Yeah. No, I was just I used like 5 napkins to get things out of my beard the entire time.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, hi. Speaking of cycles of violence, we're talking about the Gehenna Wars. I thought that was a good segue.
Yeah, we'll say it is.
And also, speaking of cycles of violence, this is our second attempt at recording this.
Yeah, fucking rude.
I guess the antediluvians heard us talking shit and decided to corrupt our audio file.
Good luck, fuckers. We're gonna do it again.
Nerds.
Go back to sleep, loser.
I say so.
God, I wish. I'm so tired.
I'm gonna take a nap over here. Enjoy the episode, guys.
All right, cool, man.
Bye, bud.
So, we're gonna be talking. Oh God, little sleepy boy. Anyways.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna ruin the recording. Wake up, wake up.
Oh, what?
Huh? Yeah, nothing. You're really a loud sleeper.
Oh.
You'd never be a good sleeper agent.
Depends what the mission is, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Sometimes an agent has to be cause a distraction.
I guess that's true.
And I just did. I have.
You have.
Yeah,
completely
we are
distracted.
Completely off track. Yeah.
So this episode, we're going to be talking about war as a theme in TTRPGs, safety and respect calibration stuff, and digging into the Gehenna War as an event in the context of 5th edition vampires. So we got lore updates, guys.
Let's
fucking
go.
Ew. It's a content warning. We're going to talk about war.
That is true.
So there's going to be a lot of discussions of violence and gore and current and past events.
People dying.
Yeah, it's bad. So if you're not in your vibe or your wheelhouse at the moment, that's fair. Please go ahead and skip this episode as you need. Sources will be the core book for 5th edition, the Gehenna War book, Second Inquisition, the Book of Nod, the Erases Fragments, Time of Thin Blood, the Transylvania Chronicles, Time of Judgment to Gehenna, as well as some ancillary reading and citations from What is Wargaming by Decision Games and What is War Art by the New Zealand War Art in the Pacific.
Have we used that before?
I've used the What is War Art for discussions on the Second Inquisition stuff because
I thought I remembered that.
Yeah, it's just really okay. What's really annoying is when you try to find decent online sources talking about war art, because I have stuff that's more academic, but it's hard to get your little hands on because it's behind the academic paywalls. So I'm trying to give resources that people can actually get their little mitts on.
Yeah.
A lot of what you can get a hold of publicly discusses war art as though it's just military design, and I'm like, no, but we'll get into that. So, huzzah. Thank you, New Zealand, for being on top of things again.
I also got a lot of art about the video game series God of War on my Google series. Inquiry I just put in.
Then you put war art?
That kind of counts, though, because he is at war. No, it literally
is. It literally is.
He is at war with the gods.
Oh my God.
But he's a god himself. It's tragic.
Okay,
yeah, wow.
So, typically
the
when we
folly
talk
of
about
man.
wargaming, a lot of people think about it more in terms of, like, tabletop. And so, for that, wargaming is a model of military situations in which players can control elements of the game and is supposed to be in a more fun-to-play style. And that's kind of the summation of what wargaming is from Decision Games, because that was kind of, like, the best site I found that had a page with discussions about this.
Yeah.
Because when you type in, what is wargaming? You just get Games Workshop's adverts. And that's about all you get for many pages. Maybe some other smaller studios.
Yeah, so it's more of a small, low stakes, like, military situationship kind of thing.
Yeah, usually it's a game where you get big board and you create either big armies or little squads, and you simulate some sort of a conflict and use the game rules and the terrain to simulate a war conflict situation. It can be high fantasy, it can be low fantasy, it can be robots, it can be just real dudes.
I got into Blood Bowl recently, and it's football, but it also counts as a war game because it takes place in a universe where a group of armies discovered an ancient temple on the battlefield, and the temple turned out just to be a football stadium, and they decided that it was a temple to a god, and so they replaced all war with football, and that's Blood Bowl.
I mean, honestly, the world would be a better place if we just replaced war with sports. I'd be more chill with that.
I would also be more okay with people being in, like, sports being paid the amount that they get paid.
Yeah.
The reason I think athletes do deserve the amount of pay they get is they basically train their entire lives, and then, like, half of them get an injury so bad by the time they're, like, 25 that they can barely walk the rest of their life.
That's fine. That's fine. I was meaning more, like, issues with, like, the WNBA and, like, the women's soccer leagues where they're getting paid, like, a fifth of what the male athletes are, even though some cases,
they're
like the WNBA, they're kind of having better teams and more general audience interest than the actual NBA, which I hate that we have to use the term actual NBA to refer to the men's league. But that's a whole conversation about misogyny. That's a different episode.
Whee!
We'll talk about misogyny later. I'm sorry, guys. It's fine. We're not a society that's tearing itself apart based off of weird concepts that we just made up and hallucinated collectively as a society. It's fine.
Nope, not happening.
Not at all. But yeah, with these strategy games for war games, random elements such as dice rolls and card draws are built in to help simulate the chaos of war. So that's why you have the game mechanics instead of just we're gonna talk through the simulation, decide how the battle goes, and it's like, okay, I think you guys are just writing a novel at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. For people who want examples of war games, as we said, there is Warhammer 40k, there's also Middle-earth Battlestrat, Battletech, and then there's a system called Black Powder that I found interesting, where it allows for tabletop wargaming, but it's more meant for people simulating actual, like, historical armies, and you can either recreate actual historical battles or do what-if simulations, where you're like, what if I had the Ottoman Turk Janissaries go up against, like, a Civil War military?
Oh, interesting.
If you
That's kind
want.
of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That seems like the kind of community I'd be horrified with interacting with, but the game itself would be cool. Kind of like 40k, actually.
Yeah. Like, 40k is cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But then sometimes you have to go into a room going like, okay, so how much into tanks are you?
Or how much into fascism are you?
Yeah, that's where I start with the tank question.
Oh, okay, got it.
Because some people go like, oh yeah, I'm super into tanks. I'm like, which tanks? Why? Which tanks and why?
Good call.
Because the historical fascist nerds will usually out themselves by being way too into panzers.
I was gonna say Panzers, but only because that's the only one I know the name of.
Yeah. That's fair.
See, and
I could probably name some fake ones, but I think that's the only real one I know.
I was really trying to think of as many.
You don't even know about the
tanks.
Abrams?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I've heard of her before.
I've heard of her.
I was trying to think of 40k tanks, and I couldn't think of
Don't
any
you
of them.
normally play Orc, though?
Yeah.
So it kind of don't matter?
I mean, we have tanks.
Yeah.
But they're slow.
I mean,
Not if
most,
They
take
got
the
real
red.
big DACA. But, like, I mean, if you put, like, you know, them compared to, like, a bike or a truck. Also, a truck you can fit, like, 12 boys on.
Yeah, but what
Let's
if
go.
you paint the tank red?
Well, then it'll go a little bit faster. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Only a little bit?
I think at least when I was playing, it adds an inch to your movement speed.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is a decent amount.
Which is decent, honestly.
but-
In aggregate, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So to stray slightly away from John's hyperfixation. There's also war games, and this term is used for the more broad category that includes board games, as well as tabletop games and video games, that have war as a theme in their design and mechanics. So there's war games, which is all of game that has war in it, and then there's war gaming, which is specifically the tabletop with the minis.
Yeah.
Which is fucking annoying to look up.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Interesting. The power of ING is truly staggering.
What has happened now?
What you just said, the difference between war gaming and war games.
Yes.
Yes, the power of ING is fascinating.
Oh, okay. My brain interpreted that as IMBD for some reason. I was like, Hunter, what are you looking up?
No.
Okay.
I was just trying to comment on
language.
the statement you're making.
I'm really tired. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, so War Games has all of game with war in it. So this will include titles such as Root, Necromunda, Twilight Imperium, and several Star Wars titles.
I would say probably every Star Wars title, considering it's right in the fucking name.
Yeah. There's just so many war games or strategy games that are a Star War.
I'm trying to think of a Star Wars game that isn't war adjacent.
There's got to be a few for like smaller kids.
Star Wars Monopoly.
That is the War of Capital.
I was about to say, actually, never mind.
I was stopping myself
it's
from
just
saying that.
War
Thank
on
you.
the Four. Yeah.
No, that is a dumb joke, but that probably would not count.
You know what? No, but
yeah, but at the same time, when it depends what you're buying, because if they've replaced like the houses with like
Imperial ships
and stuff like that, it is still war adjacent. So
whoops,
nope,
damn,
doesn't work. Try again, sucker.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sure there's also some Jar Jar Binks themed children's board game. Where it's like his head and you pull in the tongue and like dice shoot out or something.
Yeah.
Things got real weird for a while there.
It did. Low-key though, I do kind of feel better for that actor that he's gotten some fucking kudos recently.
Yeah.
Well, there was the reinterpretation of that chunk of the Star Wars franchise by people, and they've been like conventions and people and things are inviting the actor for Anakin as well as the actor for Jar Jar Binks to cons to like give them accolades for all their work.
Cool.
Which is like, if you find the videos of that, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like, we were so mean to you. We are terrible. I'm so sorry. And they're just like, crying, but like in a good way. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Little wholesome moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then we get into war art, which is war art is any form of art that is created by individuals or groups with varying degrees of involvement in organized human conflict. And that is from the New Zealand Pacific War art website. So yeah, that will include things civilians make that are commentary of or dissections of or like digestions of war, because you might not be fighting in war, but it will still affect your life in a plethora of ways that may be readily available or immediately understood or not as immediately understood. And then there's also people involved in conflicts as soldiers that are hopefully voluntary, some are not, and then there's civilians who get in the way. It's a whole thing. So that entire spectrum of them doing any kind of an art form, this includes visual art, music, sculptures, storytelling, all of that. Dance, yes.
Interpretive military dance.
I would be down.
Yeah.
I have seen some very funny videos from U.S. soldiers where it's these little queer kids that have gone on to join the Army and the Marines, and they're still doing like duck walk and stuff, but they're in like full fatigues around the barracks. I'm just like, it's like, honey, you don't need to be serving Sergeant Realness right now. Like, shit's fucked. What are you doing?
Gotta have fun.
I guess. It's like, I know, they tricked you with the college tuition. I'm so sorry, sweetie. But there's all of that. But yeah, if you ever want to see that shit, it's always kind of a hoot.
Yeah.
A holler, even.
A hoot and a holler.
A hoot and a holler. Hoot and a holler.
Is that a real song, or are you just having fun?
I'm just having fun.
Okay, I was just legitimately... It clicked so quick with you that I was like, is this a real thing?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
Okay.
Hey, if that's a real song, please hit us up on blankbodies@gmail.com.
And let us know.
If we get fucking tagged by
YouTube. I swear to God, if we get DMCA'd because you're doing
It's an accident.
Honey. So things to consider for considered play. If you're involving war as theme in your tabletop game, or really any kind of game or art, but this is more specifically tabletop gaming. Is this a theme you even want to cover at your game? Is this too much mentally or emotionally? Because if you have decided that, I don't know if I as a storyteller or my players are up for this, or somebody has war or military conflicts or these kind of conflicts on their session Jiro, is a no. It's like, okay, maybe don't do this game.
This is one of those topics where as a DM, I would, for most games I can think of, you're gonna have to at least probably want to tell your players this is gonna at least be a yellow light. Like, it exists in this universe. It'd hard to even be like, honestly, even interact with like D&D if you're red lighting war. I can't think of much that's not gonna
you could have a farming simulator in D&D.
Yeah.
But even then,
you can like super scale down things for D&D, and you can in World of Darkness scale things down, or like have the lens of your story more focused on like more slice of life or smaller scale things.
Yeah.
For vampires specifically, it's really hard to do this game and not talk about war. It's like almost impossible. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Every faction is at war with every other faction. There is currently a huge war happening, but like the society is like changing fundamentally because of the gaps in it, because of said war.
I would even dare to say that one of the core themes for Vampire the Masquerade is in fact war and the generational cycles of violence that can be instituted by cultural or state powers pushing for these kinds of conflicts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's like they're trying to get you to think about things, guys.
What?
But yeah.
Too bad it's not working.
Too bad not this game. Yeet. I just want to be gay and dumb. And I'm like, that's fine. You can have your silly little slice of life. We're all just sexy and Elysium gay. Like, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
The whole point.
Mm-hmm. So, does this cross anyone's boundaries? So, session 0 checks probably should be on your sheet to be like, is war something as a theme that you want to discuss? And if you do, like, how do you guys want to have that handled? How involved do you want the plot to be? How involved do you want this to be involved in for characters? Because it could be the plot isn't supposed to, like, the plan of the plot is not supposed to be war-based, but somebody built a character who's like, I'm a veteran of the sect wars, and I got the lore sheet. I'm like, well, that's going to be coming up in game now.
Yeah. So is that, I mean, that's just a thing, like, if somebody were to, like, yellow light or red light it, we would just need to have a conversation about with the person who took the character sheet?
Well, that would be, I think, a good idea to have a discussion with a player that's yellow or red lighting that, to be like, hey, could you clarify what you mean by this?
Right.
Where are your comfies, where you're not comfies? And then if somebody at the table's like really insistent on something, or you had planned on, as a storyteller, this being the crux of your game.
Right.
I believe I've said on the show too, but I'd no longer do the consent sheets at session 0. I have people submit those to me before we all show up to a table specifically, because if someone's gonna red light a couple things that I already know are like core to the story that I'm running, or someone does need something clarified ahead of time, you can have that conversation, and then you can tell people, like, put together a list of, like, here's our boundaries based on what you submitted. Yeah. So make a character that works with this. Then that avoids 2 awkward conversations.
Yeah.
So you don't have to tell someone what kind of fun that they are not allowed to have anymore.
Right.
And you get to set things up ahead of time.
It's like, hey guys, session 0 is on this date. Before session 0, I am sending you the lines and veils, or the checklist, or however the fuck the Google form, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Give me feedback, please, before then. And then you're like, aha, I have the notes. Excellent. Good plan, Hunter.
Great job.
Other calibration thing is the table mature enough to handle the themes? Do you feel this troop is capable of handling this with the weight it deserves? Because there's some tables where they want to, like, I want to do war stuff, but they're doing, like, silly Rambo, Duke Nukem, action hero, John Woo stuff. Yeah. The MCU Marvel, which is also part of the reason I'm not really liked a lot of the MCU Marvel stuff, because it's very, like, war heavy, but the universe seems to, like, not want to fucking address it at all in a way that makes any sense to me.
Yeah, whole, like, sections of cities are exploding and then it doesn't show up on the news.
Well, there's that, and everything just feels kind of weightless. It's like...
very weightless, very bloodless.
Yeah.
Not even the action, just, like, every movie, the stakes are so high that there are just no stakes anymore. And then, like, there are scenes that could be, like, the crux of a whole film that are, like, a throwaway 5 minutes, and it's like, huh.
Yeah.
Like, I watched one of the... minor spoilers if you somehow care about those movies but haven't seen them. Skip ahead 30 seconds. But there's, like, a scene where Tony Stark and Captain America have to go back to the past to get something from, like, a military base. And Tony Stark ends up, like, running into his dad, who's, like, on his way to his birth or something. But he ends up talking to his dad, and it's like, that's a huge moment. And, like, he ends up telling his dad some quote that his dad had told him previously. So he becomes the place where his dad heard it. Like, it's kind of an interesting setup.
Yeah.
But, like, it's so quick and there's, like, so little time put into it. It's just like, they should have done so much more with this.
Yeah. I mean, even the fact that Tony Stark is a munitions developer and salesman. Fucking. And it's just kind of played off for laughs. Like, no, he had a change of heart. Literally. Haha. It's a battery now. And I'm just like, some folks are into that kind of shit. That's fine. I'm not as much.
They're fun if you're, like, intoxicated and you want to watch big explodey things. Oh. But the books are usually just better if you want, like, character-driven story.
Yeah, it's like... And I say this as somebody who really likes Moon Knight. But I feel like Moon Knight gets into those themes with more weight than some of the rest of Marvel Comics does, but that's a me thing, which I know is silly, coming from the guy wearing the all-white costume, running into rooms and going, all right, Dracula, where's my $20? But, you know, that's also a good calibration of, like, how intense or not intense you want your fucking game to be, because some people want the uber serious, and they want the real crunch of getting into even the minutia of, like, what are the weapons being used, all sorts of, like, gun nut friend, paramilitary friends that are really into the tactics and the strategies, and some people really love that fucking kind of crunch.
It's fun.
I'm into you guys having fun as your storyteller, but I don't know enough about guns, so I'm like, I'm relying on y'all to tell me. Like, I will tell the story with you, absolutely.
Sure, but what is this gun?
Right, I was like, I barely know the difference between an AR and other rifles, so, like, I know there's a difference.
AR and AK.
Yeah. I know there's a difference. What is it? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Fair.
I'll just be like, you tell me. Okay. Please make sure your character has the dots for this. Because I, in real life, do not. I understand the politics and, like, the social ramifications for what you guys are doing. So me running the game world around you works.
Yes.
I don't understand this other shit.
What
camo are you wearing? I don't know.
There have been quite a few times, especially with John III, that he's been like, I'm going to pick up this, and this. And you've been like, I don't know what that is, but...
Sure.
You got it.
I don't see why you couldn't have this, but I also don't really know what this is. Also, if anybody ever gets John III at your table, he's fantastic.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Love him as a player. It's just getting him to stay at the table, because he's so riddled with ADHD. So if you can get him to stay at the table, he's fantastic.
You got him, yeah.
Or somehow weaponize him fucking off to be like, hey man, you want to get like snacks for everybody? And he's like, on it.
Let's go.
He'll be gone for 20 minutes, but goddamn, everybody will have snacks. So also that rolls into the next question is, how much research are you willing to do as a storyteller or as a player? Because World of Darkness, compared to a lot of other game worlds, runs as an AU of our world and timeline, just with fucked up shit. Supposedly even more fucked up shit in it.
Yo.
Supposedly, I don't know, there's sometimes I look at some of the supernaturals going, you know, compared to some of the villains right now,
you're not really that bad.
Just give me the Camarilla Prince, fine. He only runs one city, that's fine.
It's funny and sad.
He's not making a whole political party because his boyfriend broke up with him.
Oh, I mean, like, depending.
It's different when it's one city. If it's just within the confines of one city county, I'm like, okay, that's more
we can make it happen.
It's not a national party. That's fine.
Guys, I got distracted and I added a new emoji to the server.
What did you add?
It's called Obamnot Bad. It's a Bomna. It's like a couple dead memes stacked on top of each other. But,
that's one of the benefits of joining our community Discord. You get access to a lot of fun memes, emojis, including all the clan symbols in neon green, because we have an aesthetic.
Yeah. It's that old.
Oh, Obamnot? Okay.
But it's the old not bad Obama meme.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's a good one.
I saw it as I was looking something else up, and I'm like, that sucks. I'm putting it on the server.
God damn it.
There's also Tiny Kendrick Lamar. We also have a Corn Tub logo that looks like the Pornhub logo. I also made Tiny Louis Pasteur. I snuck that in and no one noticed.
Come hang out.
He's there.
He's there.
There's one I don't know what it is. It's just called like GURP.
Girth? Yeah, it's Gay Earth. It's the Earth, but it has a pride laser coming out of it.
Not bad.
Yeah, Girth.
But man, we are not doing it today, guys.
No, it's okay.
We are so distracted. No, I like it. It's fun.
I have to balance out the tee-hee ha-has from the heaviness of the topic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because my brain is destroyed. Yeah, shockingly, watching major world conflicts on my phone every day for multiple years has not been great for my psyche.
What?
It's almost like our brains are not developed to handle this amount of atrocity
What?
Happening all the time. And also, fun fact, when your brain processes media, you consciously might know, oh, this is a recording or this is media elsewhere. If it's live footage, your brain does not process it the same way as though it were a game or a film. Yeah. So, when folks are like, violent video games make people violent, I'm like, no, it does not. Because it's a simulation.
Right.
Your brain knows the difference between simulation and real life, but when it's a real life thing, your brain goes, even if it's recording and not actually happening in front of you.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time. But all of that to get to circling back on World of Darkness, because it is built on our history and conflicts, and as an AU, that means all of the conflicts and history and prejudices and issues that exist in our world also exist in the game world. So, depending on what you want your game to be about and what you're talking about and what your players are involved in, you can kind of put your foot in your mouth and, as I've been saying as of late, hit yourself in the dick with a bat and then go, ow, my balls hurt. And then, surprise Pikachu that you're like, I can't believe people are upset about me doing this thing. And I'm like, well, you did a terrible job of handling the Bosnian genocide. So, like, yeah, I can understand why people are pissed. So... yeah, it's the amount of realism or not realism, or at least, you can have calibrate at your table, but there's also ways of having the realism there, but also, like, handling it respectfully. I'm kind of more in the camp of you don't need to hide those things from your players or yourself, because I feel like it's irresponsible, particularly in this kind of a game system, to rip real-world events and tragedies and conflicts out of the game world, because the game world is our world, and it's like a weird privilege wonk to be like, I'm just gonna ignore this. And I'm like, you can just ignore that.
Whoa.
Yeah, just like, I can excuse racism, you can excuse racism, hold on. I'm just like, that's weird. But you can also, because it's supposed to be a game and fun, you can calibrate, like, how much the camera lens is focused or not focused on things, and some things can be fade to black, some things can be a intense moment between your tee-hee-ha-ha characters and then have, like, a real moment of, like, bonding over their trauma or lost loved ones, or the collective human tragedy that is war and conflict, and then go back to being silly sluts. So, I don't know, your table, calibrate for your needs, but, like, that's the thing you might want to think about. For some folks, they might not like the descriptions of what actually happens to the human body when God, I'm forgetting the name of the bomb type, but it's the I think it's called thermobaric. But it's these bombs that, like, Russia's been using a lot, where it's, like, relying on using air pressure to cause more of the damage instead of just the explosion. And these are used a lot in urban environments to get people inside of buildings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
If you look up the science on it, like, the science is fascinating, but then you realize that the science is being used to liquidate human beings.
I was about to say, it probably just squished. Oops. It probably just kind of the body.
It's kind of like that with the mic where you...
Yeah.
But that's your insides.
All of your body does this.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of looking up. This is from Wikipedia, but they're also known as aerosol bombs or vacuum bombs.
Yeah.
They're basically a 2-stage explosion. Mm-hmm. So the first explosion just disperses a huge aerosol cloud that's usually a mix of gas, liquid, or powdered explosive. And then after that, a second explosion triggers that combusts all of that. So it turns the entire area into one big bomb.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, would that be an interesting thing for, like, hunters or Second Inquisition characters to have as a weapon? Yeah. You might have players that don't want to have the descriptions of how that makes all of your insides become outsides.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
We get that.
Yeah, but I also think it might behoove players and storytellers to consider that sometimes showing the horrors of war is good, asterisks, insofar as showing that this is bad TM. Yeah. So, hooray. I don't know. It's kind of in that vein of, it's hard to explain to people that, like, one of my favorite movies is Come and See. It's a gorgeous movie. It's horrifying. It's not a good time. You can't casually put that on during a movie night. And I'll be honest, when I've been on dates and I have dropped that one of my favorite movies is Come and See, that has killed the vibe on the date multiple times.
Either that or they just have no idea.
Well, they have no idea, then I excitedly explain the movie, which kills the vibe in unique and fun ways that I didn't think were possible. Yeah, so... But I'm Like, I think it's an important film, and it's very well done, but that's not the vibe for everybody, and that's okay. So, I don't know you. I don't know your table. Just things to think about. But my last little double check, and it goes into all of that, is how in depth are you willing to go? So this is including realism versus action. Like, how gritty do you need this thing to be? Gore factors. How in depth are you going to be getting into describing the horrors of war physically and mentally and psychologically and all spiritually and all that? And also humanity and stains, I think, is a big thing to consider. Because if you're doing games that involve, like, the Gehenna Wars, your characters are going to be doing fucked up shit.
Yep.
Which means they're probably going to be getting stains for doing fucked up shit. Things that might test their convictions, both as a coterie and as individual players, but also per the core rule book. If your players are doing things that are egregiously violent or egregiously morally terrible, you as a storyteller can't rule just like, you just get this now. It's like, what?
You just got a stain.
You're taking these stains. And they're like, what? And it's like, okay, either you need to not do this action and figure out something else to do, or I'm going to give you the stain. Because that was oof. That was oof.
And I think that, like, one, there's, obviously, it's already written in the game. It's there. But two, like, it makes sense, even if it's not against convictions, really, or anything. Because it's like, if you're doing something just that brutal or, like, bestial, it's like you're willingly giving in to your beast. So
you're going to be taking
stains.
You're
taking stains.
Yeah.
You're willingly giving up your humanity for a moment.
Yeah. And this is why, partially for Hunter, I'm like, guys, just put the humanity tracker on there.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Go ahead. Just go ahead and do that. But Vampire, for certain, like, you might be doing things, and it's like, oh, the cool violence. And it's like, yeah, you feel really good about this. Here's 2 stains. What?
You feel great, though.
Yeah, you feel awesome, and that should disturb you.
But it doesn't.
Does it not? Things to consider.
Yeah.
But I respect for some tables, that kind of stuff might be something that the player doesn't like or that the storyteller doesn't like doing, but it is a rule that's in the system, so... I think having that understood specifically in a game where your morality through your actions are going to be having weight and consequences, I think it's good to make sure that rule is clear and understood. So someone does not surprise Pikachu going, why am I being punished for playing the game?
Well...
I'm like, well, you're not being... I mean, you are, but you aren't. You're not, like, being punished in the way that you're implying.
Right.
Vampire the Masquerade's a game of consequences. So, here we are. Consequences. So as we transition into the lore of the Gehenna War itself through the Gehenna War book, I've got some fun quotes.
Whee!
You see a lot of little fuckers fighting the Gehenna War to find Cain, each in their own way. Some to commit diablerie and strengthen their blood, trying to match him in power, or at least get a bit closer. Others are literally trying to find him, thinking that if the Methuselahs are awakening, the antediluvians can't be far behind. And after them, the old vegetable farmer himself. Me. I don't give a fuck. But I'm like that. I'm not good at caring about things I can't see or touch. For some of these losers, Cain represents something that they've always been yearning for. Completion, I guess. They think that when they find him, all their questions will be answered. I guess I'm curious too. Even if I don't really believe you'll find Cain driving a taxi in LA or some shit. Vampires exist, since I'm one. What other stories are true?
Agata Starrek, Gehenna War, page 74.
Our elders always lie. That's a given. That's why the only information you can really trust is that which you stole. If they tried to hide it, it must be true. I've seen the Camarilla in many domains flat out deny the existence of the antediluvians. They deny it so adamantly that it must surely be true. There's something seductive about it. You start to wonder if they're still out there, somewhere.
Ryosuke Yamazaki, Gehenna War, page 20.
The fall of London taught me the brutal lesson that the only response to territorial infringement is swift, decisive action. To fight over territory is not merely a contest of prowess or acumen. It is a brutal discourse on the values we uphold and allegiances we value. A precisely executed act of aggression can reinforce the sanctity of your dominion. It sends a clear message. Tread carefully, for you walk upon my sacred ground.
Prince Roger de Camden, Gehenna War, page 72.
Thanks, Kyle and Ren. I
Thank
will
you,
insert
Kyle.
the quote.
Thank you, Ren.
Yeah. We are gathering more friends of the pod to come and read quotes for us as we explore the world of darkness more broadly.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Hey, hold on, guys.
It didn't pick up on the mic.
Sometimes it does a little bit. It just
Okay.
doesn't show up on the...
Yeah,
On
you
the
said it makes
waveform.
like an E noise?
Yeah, it kind of beeps a little bit.
Damn.
And sometimes you can hear the suction. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Got that right in your ear
Hey,
holes.
Sarah. What is Gehenna?
Oh, God.
That is a great question. I was thinking the same thing, Hunter.
Okay, guys, strap in, because I went down a rabbit hole, and the rabbit hole basically is ending in Sarah does not want to read the entirety of the Talmud.
Well, why not?
Bro, do you know how big that is?
A lot.
It's a lot. I've seen bookshelves with, like, copies of the Talmud that's, like, 29 books, and I'm like,
I believe that.
no. I love philosophy. Fucking no. That's...
I will not do it.
I'm not being paid, let alone enough. Fuck no. There's a lot of rabbinical theory about Gehenna. I cannot encapsulate all of it. Also, I don't have the cultural background to just know this off rip, because I'm not Jewish, despite what some racists have said.
Oh. Oh. Okay, then.
Just like, nah, dude, I just have a big personality and red hair and a first part of the Bible first name. That's it. And then they just went Jew, and I'm like, no.
That's not it.
Yeah, that's a weird conflict to have with somebody's grandma when you're a child. I thought I talked about that.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I had a childhood best friend. I wasn't allowed to go to her grandma's house because her grandmother thought I was Jewish.
Oh.
And that's how I learned about anti-Semitism for the first time.
Neat!
Because I had to be like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't understand. It's not even Hanukkah. What's happening?
Yeah, she was just concerned that it was Ramadan and you'd be missing out.
That's not even the same. Did you mean Rosh Hashanah?
I don't even know the religion I was growing up with.
That's
so.
fair. That's fair. I'm not mad at you. I was just confused.
I just see them on my calendar that comes on my phone sometimes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Go, oh, that's a holiday.
It pops up, Happy Eid, and you're like, cool.
Thanks.
I will eat today.
So,
God damn it, Hunter.
Okay, so given all of that, and I cannot remember what the first time we recorded this or not, if I had shared a TikTok, but I'll talk about the TikTok in a minute. So Gehenna as a term has its roots in ancient Judaism, describing a place of divine punishment and or a place of purification for the sinful or unclean dead. It is debated if this is even a real place or just metaphorical.
Oh.
Because there's this portion in Jerusalem that's supposed to be, this is where Gehenna is, and it's like a place.
Right.
And the other people are like, no, it's just a metaphorical thing. And you're just like, what? But there's a map. Is it metaphorical?
Look, it's right there. I see it.
Yeah, which
I can get on Google and Google it.
is very on brand for my understanding of Judaism as religion. Because there's just it encourages people in the faith to like have debates and discussions on what the fuck the book actually means.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. But I'll reiterate again for this episode, and I'll reshare the TikTok if I have to. This rabbi I follow who talks about like pop culture things in terms of Judaism, which I think is cool. But he had this whole video recently talking about how Kabbalah, a lot of Kabbalah is just fanfic about God fucking itself. And there's just a lot of horny posting within rabbinical like theorem.
I love this.
Because God in Judaism doesn't have a gender. So to be able to produce anything, God had to split themselves up into a masculine and a feminine energy and then fuck itself.
Hell yeah.
And then that's why there's like 6 genders.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, but it's kind of like, the best way I can describe it is it kind of comes off as like OG Omegaverse.
Oh,
where it's like, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I'm like, you truly are, though. It's just you, God. There's only the one thing. Then you have no gender. Okay, cool.
Get it, buddy. Get it.
Get yourself.
Yeah.
I guess you bagged the baddie, I guess?
Like the baddie.
That's true. So... Yeah, so that's where I ended my rabbit hole and went, I cannot wrap my brain around any of this with any kind of in-depthness, and I apologize. Go look into it. It's fascinating to read about just Kabbalah and then other, like, ancient Jewish thought schools and modern Jewish thought schools on these various ideas. It's interesting. Have fun. Do that on your own goddamn time. So Gehenna for Vampire the Masquerade is an ancient belief and series of prophecies about the rising of the antediluvians to devour their descendants and or judge them for their various sins and failings. Much like mirroring Kabbalic and other ancient Jewish beliefs, there's a lot of different options, and none of them are agreed upon. So if anybody tries to be like, well, in canon it says this, I'm like, the canon says several things. In canon, it is noted that there are several in-canon texts that discuss the various beliefs, hypotheses, and sign of the event, and I do have a vague plan maybe in the future of going over some of the in-canon text more in-depthly, because there's the Book of Nod and the Uraces Fragments and Beckett's Jihad Diary and things like that, or that also exist in the game world, but we also have physical copies of, which is cool. But all of that to say, even in the canon, the none of the academics, the philosophers, the theologians, none of them can fucking actually agree on this is what Gehenna is, and this is what it means, and here's what the timeline is. So if we're asking for anything specific, I fucking can't give it to you. But there's a big list of things that could happen in signs and symbols, so I have included a non-exhaustive list of the signs of Gehenna, if you guys want to list them off.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hunter, would you like to start it?
Okay. An explosion in the population of Thin Bloods.
An explosion in the population of caitiffs.
An eclipse. Not clear if this is a particular one, or one that lasts for a long time, or just global cloud coverage. It's just some kind of eclipse.
Could be a volcano. Who the fuck knows?
I mean, we had an eclipse, like, not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Gehenna?
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck. An explosion of violence from younger vampires. Because that doesn't happen every day.
Yeah.
Well, this is like a global... All of the youngins are getting hyphy. Which, you know, like with the Anarch Revolts.
Yeah.
There's also the cracking of the world. Unclear if this is an earthquake or the breaking of the natural cycles of the climate. In modern slang, that also could mean someone's just, like, fucking the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just put their dick in a hole.
That's a sign of every day.
That's a sign of Gehenna right
Truly.
there.
Yeah.
I'm not here to kink shame. I am kink asking why. But it could be, you know.
I would kink shame a little bit if your kink kicks off Armageddon.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But it could also just be...
And then it's less the kink and the more of the doing it that...
Yeah. It's
like you can read... You can pleasure yourself to any thought you want for the most part, but it's the actions that cause consequences. Like having sex with the earth. So don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I mean,
you hear that, wolves, werewolves?
I know Guy is thick. I get that. We respect that. Papa bless.
Don't fuck the world. Okay. Thanks for listening on that one.
Thanks for TED Talk.
Anyway, another one here is a martyred innocent.
Oh, okay.
This could
also does not happen every day.
No, well, this could have a lot of people that fill in that slot, like Xavier from the Gangrel could be a good one.
Do they fit? I mean, they didn't like say specifically a kindred innocent.
It's implied it's supposed to be a kindred innocent, but in the text it just says a martyred innocent.
Right.
Which is annoying. I bet there's probably a lot of Venture that are saying it's Hardstadt.
Oh, sure. An innocent.
Which one?
They don't know.
I mean, the hat still exists, so the Hardstadt still exists.
Exactly.
You have to burn the hat to actually destroy the Hardstadt.
Oh, damn. He well fucked up. He didn't burn the hat.
You know what?
The
hat is truly innocent. So once the hat is destroyed,
Hardstadt
is destroyed. And that is the martyred innocent. The Venture were right.
It was
the hat. The hat will be martyred. So the hat has to be destroyed for a cause. And then that is the sign of Gehenna.
We really on this hat meta.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We are hat maxing.
No, we're just gonna keep it going until it becomes real lore.
Oh, no.
If we get enough people to buy in and believe it,
then we became a Mage the Ascension podcast. That's what would happen.
Vampires can affect mages.
That's true.
We're just weaponizing the universe in which we exist.
That's fair. Speaking of weaponizing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm reading the next one. The birth of the last daughter of Eve.
Ooh.
That's also lit fig.
Yeah,
could it be a mortal that's like so thinned out that they're like a Damphir? Could it be somebody who's an offspring of Lilith? I don't know. Could be a specific human who's from, like, a certain mitochondrial Eve. Who knows?
I guess the last woman ever being born is a sign of the end times, in a way.
Yeah. Could it be something from Demon the Fallen?
That'd be wild.
Could it just be a weird thin blood? I don't know.
Maybe.
Prophecies.
Woo!
Figure it out and put it in your game.
The making and the breaking of a vampire compact.
Yeah, okay.
That's
also... it's supposed to be, because it's prophetical, a bigger one. So, like... You know, the Convention of Thorns. Or this new allegiance between the Ashira and the Camarilla. Whatever agreements that the Anarchs have. Honestly, the disbanding of the Code of Milan could already have fulfilled this.
The breaking and reformation of the Sabbat could be. Whatever's happening with them.
Yeah. The Banu Hakim reversing their clan curse because that breaks the stipulation of the Treaty of Tyre. That could fulfill that prophecy right there.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So there's a couple.
That's the fun of prophecies. You more look back in the past and then say, it was that.
And they're like, no, it was this.
Actually, both of you are fools. It was this.
Oh my god.
So, the next one.
Is it my turn again?
I mean, I'll take this one.
Yeah, I'll let you have this
one.
Cool,
the return of the dragon! That could be just, like, a really powerful Zamitzi, which is cool. Or a literal dragon. Awesome. Or a little column A, little column B.
Yeah, because there are dragons in WoD. They're were-gators.
Were-gators? But are also dragons.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
They're scary.
There's shifters that are not just wolves, guys. We'll see.
Well, that I knew, but I didn't know that specifically the gators were also known as dragons.
Yeah.
I only had to be fair though, I think the only shifters book I have is the shark people. Because I thought it'd be really funny to run a game that was just street sharks.
Fuck yeah.
And then it never got off the ground.
Please get that off the ground, because you're correct, that is funny.
I think I still have that street shark hand puppet you gave me.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Oh god. Yeah. It's the Return of the Dragon. Could it be the eldest? I don't know. Could it be Dracula? I don't know. Could it be things from the Ardea League? I don't know.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Could it be the Ardea League?
Prophecies.
Because what is their symbol? Hold on, I'm gonna Google their symbol here.
That's a good idea.
You do that while we read the next one.
Oh, great. I love how specific they are. The threefold break. That's all.
Yeah.
The major traumatic events that greatly harm vampire society.
Yes, you know how tragedies come in threes. That's part of the prophecy. It's like, there's a threefold break. What the fuck that means? Who knows? It could be a bunch of the Justicars getting murdered at that explosion in Paris. It could be the night all the Banu Hakim went crazy because the ritual thing happened. It could be the pyramid breaking due to the attack on Vienna, because that broke into 3 segments, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of options. Could be something going on with the Hakata, with, the Shadowlands being fucked up. We'll get to that on Hakata month. A lot of options on what the threefold break could be. Who the fuck knows? Hey John, you still looking stuff up?
Yeah, everything is fucking, not actually helpful and vague as usual.
Just like this list.
Yeah, an explosion of werewolf violence.
Again.
Thanks, W5.
Yeah. Check.
That entire book is just, there it is.
Let's be violent, werewolves.
I've pretty at cons when I have been working with Gehenna Gaming. Hi, you can see me at cons with Gehenna Gaming sometimes.
Hello.
I've sold the werewolf book going, hey, do you want to be an eco-terrorist? Here you go.
Yeah. So this prediction is more the DM for Vampire got a hold of the W5 core book and less about anything else. It's just like, your DM got this book, Gehenna's coming.
Or if you want to have a vampire game where, you get into the werewolf v vampire beef, the eternal beef.
It would be cool plotline to just have the younger werewolves be like, no, we're just ending this.
Like, we're done.
I'm tired.
Gaia is dying. You guys are leeches. Smush. And
Yikes.
The vampires are just like, the fuck?
We're just hanging out, man.
I'm actually having a benefit gala to support, like, a bunch of, like, solar panels. What the fuck?
Not enough. Chomp.
Yo, calm down.
I'm done with your shit. And Vampire's just like, I will get the spray bottle.
Okay, so when I look up Ardea League symbol VTM, can't find fucking anything. So instead I just do image search of that. It's just Sabat, which is weird,
Mm-hmm.
and Zamitsi symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And now I'm looking at a soccer club.
Well, maybe I have to deal with that. That might be if the listeners want to throw something in at on the Discord, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember off the top of my head if there was a symbol for that in the Gehenna War book in their section. I don't remember right now.
Mm-hmm.
That book is thick and has lots of treasures. Speaking of things that are thick and full of treasure.
Hunter.
The antediluvians rising from their long torpors.
Well, we've got a couple checkmarked.
Yeah.
He's up at the Sura. Up.
Yeah, he was up and then down.
Yeah. And he's been down for forever
There's
now.
no tub thumping for that, gentlemen.
Nope.
It is plural.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some. I guess Earl Shaggy isn't actually
He
the
does,
antediluvian,
yeah.
but he is an antediluvian.
Yes, that counts.
It depends if you're counting antediluvian by generation or by the first, the one.
The first or by like age.
Yeah.
Because antediluvian just means before the flood.
Right.
Which adds a lot more vampires to that list than what you typically think of when you hear antediluvian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of the time when you talk antediluvian, you're talking like clan founder.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then when you think about it, you realize, oh, how many vampires existed before the flood, and how many of them have just been taking a long fucking nap, and you're just sitting there looking at the ground going, oh no.
Yeah, you can make up some new ones to put in your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's some pre-gen ones in the Gehenna War book too, if you just want to
Mm-hmm.
steal stats or use things that are already pre-written.
Hell yeah.
Because we know there are a couple antediluvians that technically never went down,
Mhm.
too. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, like Hakeem. We don't know where the fuck he went. I'm still in he opened a shawarma shop and he's just been minding his own fucking business.
Hell yeah.
For thousands of years.
or Malkav, who probably just became the cobweb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as we know, nothing ever took him out. He kind of just, like, disappeared himself into the minds of and hearts of every other Malkavian.
I was like, I'm going to experience all of life.
Blam.
Yeah, and they're just like, damn, son, that is a hell of a way to live, laugh, love.
What's his name? Vain as fuck. Nosferatu.
Oh
He never went down, right?
no,
Didn't think so.
As far as we know, no.
I am spacing on his name right now, and I feel really bad. I feel like people are screaming at me, and I'm like, it's mostly because he's got old fuck name, fucking, and he's a dick.
Absimiliard?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Millard,
yeah,
that
he's
fucking
good.
bastard, that dickhead.
Yeah.
Which, on that note, a thing that I find very, very funny. So, our social media account for TikTok will encourage me to repost some of our videos that have, like, done really well. And I made a TikTok making fun of the Niktuku Nosferatu clan beef.
Yeah.
And it uses the soundbite from the meme from the movie where Adam Driver is yelling at his wife in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. Which it works really well for that beef. It's a funny meme, and TikTok keeps being like, "Yeah, you should repost this because it's one of your best performing memes." And I'm like, "Okay." And then every time I repost it, TikTok immediately goes, "This sound is under review for violating our things." But I'm like, the OG audio is up. Every time I've shared this on stories, it's up. It's just when I repost it that does it like punish me.
That's so silly.
And I'm like,
And it's specifically because it's like, you should do this.
yeah.
No!
And I'm like, I don't know what you want. Anyways, what is Gehenna War?
So a war about Gehenna.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck yes.
So it is an increasingly global conflict with an epicenter somewhere east of Europe, thought to be driven by Methuselahs, possibly even antediluvians, rising to meet the end times.
Oh, we forgot one of the signs, by the way. It's the return of Cain.
Yeah, that's just kind of the end
That's
result.
like kind of a duh.
Yeah, that's kind of the...
If he up,
Yeah.
we're fucked.
Yeah, he might be driving a cab, it's fine.
That's true.
He can't end the world, he has a shift. And no one's willing to pick it up for him, because the pod of cab drivers is running really thin.
It's true. Ever since Uber.
I know, man. It's just...
God damn it.
Gehenna starts because Cade had a vibe that he was like, you know what, I like this. He's matured and whatever, and then just Lyft and Uber just ruin the cab industry. And he's like, all right, I'm back on my bullshit again.
He's like, I ban driving for all kindred kind. It's an evil and vile thing.
Oh no!
Nope.
So funny. That's how he handles every problem.
Yep.
But yeah, that quote was from the Gehenna War book on page 9. They have a nice little box explaining terms. I love definitions. Hooray.
Yeah.
So the Gehenna War is kind of basically a Cold War insofar that the sects are not openly declaring conflict.
Okay.
So that's fun. And also the conflicts that are being enveloped into the Gehenna War often blow up within mortal war zones and regions where violence is common, whether it's actors from the state, capital, sectarian gang, etc., 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 etc. So if there's a part of the world where things are really disabled due to active mortal conflict, like wars, or mortal conflict where it's just this neighborhood is poor and not well taken care of, and then therefore a violence happens regularly, and then people go, I can't believe these poors are so violent and crazy. We need more police. Blah, 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 blah.
How dare.
That is also a place where factions of the Gehenna War could be happening. In a town near you.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
This is further complicated by the Beckoning, which we get a little bit of an update about in the Gehenna War book. The Beckoning has widely been understood that elders are leaving their havens and domains from across the world to head towards vaguely the Middle East and Eastern Europe. They feel a need to go, like the summon ability from Presence. It's kind of akin to that, but worse.
Yeah. I guess, do they get... That's a good question. Do they get beckoned to like a specific area in the Middle East? Maybe it's different for each one of them, but like, or is it just over there somewhere?
Over there somewhere. We don't know for sure
I guess
because no one's come back yet.
Yeah, and the ones that have are like, no, about it, right? Because I thought that some of the old La Sombra came back freaking out.
Yeah, and they're just like, no.
Which I think if La Sombra specifically, like out of all the clans, comes back and is like, no, we can't go over there, guys. We need to let's go.
Yeah, it's
you
bad.
should be like,
oh, it's bad.
Really
I feel
worried.
like if a La Sombra comes back and then immediately goes to the Misi Nocti and goes, hey guys, the vibes are bad. And they're just like, what? The vibes. Terrible.
real bad.
We cannot.
No thanks.
No. I think we actually need to align with the Camarilla now. What?
Yeah.
I told you the
know shit
vibes
is fucked.
are bad.
Real bad. Not where I'd like to be.
I like living. And that is the opposite of those vibes. So, yeah, so that's exciting. But yeah, generally, those guys are not coming back. They're just gone. You're like, oh, okay, cool. If you want to have a chronicle deciding what those elders are doing, that could be fun. There's rules for that in a newer book, but I'll talk about that next week.
Ooh.
So, from what can be documented within the canon of the game, primarily, those who go to these regions, like how close you are to these regions is not actually a factor in you being beckoned. So vampires that live in the Eastern Euro-Central bloc in the Middle East are not more likely to get beckoned than anybody else anywhere else on the planet.
Somebody hanging out in Alaska.
Yeah.
I like that. That makes it way more scary.
Like freaky.
You can't hide
It's more
from
like
it.
something tied to the blood.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like the only way to hide from it would be to like
Torpor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Torpor yourself.
Just like, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap right here.
I'm gonna give up
Everything.
everything. Pretty much.
Yeah. Oof.
Which is also something that is happening. The phenomenon is also complicated overall because there are elders who are voluntarily joining in the Gehenna War because some of them are like, yeah, end times, fuck yeah. And other ones are like, end times, no. I like living. Life is important.
I would like to keep doing it.
Yes. Insert gif from Rocket Raccoon going, but I live here. You know, it's like, why do you want to defend the galaxy? Because I live in it.
Please?
Which,
Can we not?
I know I dunked on MCU earlier, but I'm like, you know what? That should be a decent motivation for everybody to act on certain things where you're just like, oh yeah, I'm also part of this planet. It's like, yeah,
nice.
Maybe do something. Yeah. But yeah, so there's that. There's also various vampires that are using this chaos as a way to settle scores and disappear themselves. So some are like, I don't want to get beckoned, I'm a nap. And then other ones are like, I hate all of this. I can see the signs. I'm just going to put myself in a box and wait until the bell blows over.
All right.
They're trying to Shaun of the Dead themselves. Which is, you know what? Valid strategy. If you're just really good at hiding yourself, and I don't blame you. I get it. And then there's other vampires that are like, kill a guy, and they go, oh no, he got beckoned. I can't believe that would happen.
Wow, he just got up and left his bags behind and everything. He did take his favorite shoes?
Yeah, Paul Allen went to London, actually. I'm just watching his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I saw him at a meeting. I just fucking.
Yeah.
I need to watch American
He
Psycho
sent me
again.
a Snapchat like.
He sent me a Snapchat.
You know, 2 days ago. It's a Snapchat, so I can't show you, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
It's gone.
yeah.
Like, their affairs are in order, and weirdly, they left my coterie in charge. Like, I know him and
We were pretty close.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like, I know we had our beef, but, like, you know, it's hard for vampires to work together for as long as we have and not have problems.
Right.
So yeah, I could just that right there is like a whole chronicle of just like, which one of you killed him? Don't worry about it. I got Beckett.
None of us.
How dare you?
Why would we do such a thing?
Yeah. And then cycling back with this whole being a Cold War thing, there's a wider array of political sects, organizations, and cults and whatnot that are throwing their hats into the proverbial ring of the Gehenna War. It's not just the big boys you expect. But speaking of the big boys you expect, here's a non-exhaustive list involved in the Gehenna War.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The Sabbat. The unrest caused by this disorganized zealous sect has really kicked in the hornet's nest.
When are they not doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of their whole thing, right?
Yeah, so, yeah, no, their whole thing, they're like, it's time, it's now!
Yeah, kick it!
Kick it! I don't care how many times I'm stung, kick it!
Yeah.
Yeah, which was also not helped by the fact that the Sabbat kind of collapsed in on itself, particularly after the Bana Hakim left the Sabbat, after Urshagi did the ritual.
Yeah.
It's weird how the backbone of the Sabbat was the Talmud Ra, which was run by a lot of the Bana Hakim.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're like, oh, the clan curse is broken. All right, my job's done. And then so much of the Talmud Ra is just fucking dead now. And then the Sabbat went, chaos, what?
I mean, yeah.
It's just really funny to me that so many Lasabra characters are like, ah, yes, the Sabbat would be nothing without me and my leadership. Got rid of the Bana Hakim and everything went to shit. I'm like, sir, have you just been talking shit for centuries? And then you just had your secretary vizier behind you, just like keeping things in order. And then the second that guy gone, you come back and you go, I don't know how the notes work. I can't touch the computer.
I can't touch the computer.
Well, I don't know what you want me to do. It's just very funny to me.
I just really
They're
like.
trying.
I like that in the office setting.
Mm-hmm.
You have that happening, and then you have the Zamiti in like the corner office, just being like, "Yep, okay, we still got it. That's it." He doesn't care that the chaos is happening. Doesn't care that it's imploding right now. He's just like, "Is the bot still here? Okay, stay here."
Yeah, they're in the corner office. Almost all of the office has been laid off or quit.
Yes.
No one knows how to work the fax machine anymore.
Oh, hold on. Did
Hold
I do a thing?
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You did not do you did and did not do a thing. But yeah, so that's the Sabbat. There's a big chunk of the Gehenna War about like what the Sabbat's been doing. So if you're just like, hey, I'm looking at the books as Ra and I don't know what to do with my Sabbat faction.
Boom.
There you go. They've been doing chaos.
Chaos.
But there's also been the Vermilion Alliance.
That's cute.
This is actually just a term Sarah made up because it's easier to say in reference. But the joining of the Camarilla and the Ashira has allowed both sects to maintain their strongholds. It is common for Cam princes to deny the war's existence until the violence explodes in their own domain. It remains to be seen if the centuries-old feuds won't eventually fracture the alliance. They seem like a hot target for that making and breaking of a
compact. Yeah, it does, don't it? Yeah.
Sure do.
Sure do, bud.
Especially because, like, half of that compact is dependent on a Toreador staying completely loyal.
In a relationship,
to the oldest wife guy known to man.
Yeah.
They're weirdly cute.
Good luck.
They're weirdly cute.
They are very cute. They're
so cute of a couple that they've literally made getting married a trend amongst vampires.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Like, half the vampire, maybe not half, but a large amount of the vampire world saw them and said, maybe it can work out.
Maybe love is real.
I mean, people thought that, that way about Kim and Kanye, but...
Look, darling, Habibi would never. But yeah, I appreciate there was finally a segment, something about the fucking Ashira. There was not much.
Yeah.
Because of fucking course. But there was something, and it was like
secret.
a big... It's not! They're just in Jordan!
Secret.
Not a secret. They're just over there.
Jordan's a secret.
No, it is not. It's a country.
Secret country.
No, it's not.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'm trying here.
I know,
okay?
it's great. It's very funny. I was just like, I was like, oh, they're mentioned. They're gonna get more. We did get some info, but not as much as I
Not a
thought.
lot.
But yeah, that's why I called it the Vermilion Alliance, because just the way it was structured in the book was a little clunky. But if you want to call it something the fuck else, have at
Do it.
If you want to borrow this, go for it.
I dare you. But another one of these sect thingies that we got to worry about is the Inkanu. This secretive conspiracy is finally fucking on board, like doing something, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This sect of elders and Methuselahs have been content to sit back, observe, document, and subtly nudge the Cam and the Sabbat as they saw fit. The Beckoning has deeply gutted their forces and seems to be forcing their hand. Rough.
Another case of the office is empty.
Yeah.
We should probably do an episode on them at some point. They're
Yes.
one that I want to learn more about. They're one that always seemed kind of boring, so I never dug into. I'm sure there's some actually interesting stuff in there, but every time they popped up, I was just like, huh.
Yeah, it's the Incarnu as a sect. I can understand that textually why they're there, because it leans a lot into like 90s and early aughts like conspiracy theory culture with like, oh, there's like a secret organization of powerful leaders that are puppeting everything in society, and this is literally that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with
it's in the Sabbat mostly.
Yep. But
Right.
the problem is that all the other vampire groups are also kind of like that, and they also already have their own groups like that.
But there's a smaller, smugger secret society.
It's kind of like that one Sabbat book that was like, actually, there's a fourth, even secreter Sabbat that secretly controls all of the other 3 Sabbats. It's like, eventually it just gets like, all
the
right.
Sabbat, and then the Black Hand, and then the True Black Hand, and then the Ptolemy Ra.
And then there's the Incarnu.
Yeah, and then the Incarnu, and you're like, Jesus Christ, guys, this doesn't have to be a...
The Sabbat is a Matushka doll.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was just
Basically.
thinking that.
Yeah. Because every time you open it up, you're like, there can't be another one. And then you open it, you go, oh shit, this is cool. And you open it and you're like, oh shit, this is also cool. And this has to be the last one. And then you just see that seam and you're like, son of a bitch.
How?
These can't keep getting smaller.
But who's controlling the Incarnu?
Oh.
I don't know. A lot of them fucked off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's also part of the problem is I feel like we have to cover like so many other things before we can cover them.
Mm-hmm.
There are plans
little
to
bit.
try and like do some sect 102s and thing. I just want to make sure we got through the clan deep dives, so that's done and in the can. Because at least from what has been hinted at in the publishing schedule, it's exciting.
Neat.
I am hopeful, but we got some books right now that are like dope.
We got some neat stuff going on.
We got some neat stuff now, and then there's the Tattered Facade book coming up, and I'm like, fuck.
I am excited about.
Yes, so that's why we got to get through all this shit. There's
There's the Ordea League.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
They're a medieval alliance of Zemits, Gangrel, and Nosferatu that have raised their banners and swords to defend their lands and replace the Camarilla. So
Love it.
they're kind of like the Sabbat, but they're less like, we're gonna kill all the antediluvians and like wipe the board, and they're just like, we want our land back and we'll do it in the honorly knight way.
Yes, they're bringing back the feudalism for realsies, and everybody's like, yay! And then you look at feudalism and go, oh no.
Vampire chivalry, brother. Let's go.
So it's like, if you want your game to be a bunch of dudes in suits of armor swanging swords,
Dude, honestly, like,
it kind of does.
I would love I love the visual of the Ordea League showing up in modern nights in, like, Chicago, in
God.
mass, just, like, literally marching into the city.
God, just imagine 3 guys in chain and plate mail just strolling up
Fucking
into
swords.
Camarilla with swords.
Swords, maces, one of them's got, like, I don't fucking know, he's on a horse,
Oh my God.
a plate mail horse.
Fucking, they got a yoked out Zemitied horse.
Honestly, do you know what I haven't seen mentioned at all for the Ordea League
What?
that I think they need just to fit?
What?
Any remaining Salubri, I feel like
Probably
would
are
really
gonna
fit
go.
in real well there.
Oh yeah, any of the warrior salubri that are floating around, just
Yeah.
like one guy in the squad. I'm just like, oh, just fucking yoked as shit.
I love it.
Because you know,
I believe we had in our Salubri episode just like the one remaining cleric. They're like, oh, they're all healers, and then there's just the one guy with the sword and armor was the character we made.
Mhm.
He'd fit perfectly in with
oh
them.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was just like, damn, okay.
I really like the idea of this. I kind of want to play a character that's in the Ordea League. That'd be fun.
Or just an Ordea League game.
Yeah, that'd be
Dope
cool.
as shit. And then we can do smash cuts to Dark Ages whenever the fuck that shit's happening.
Yeah.
I'm excited. But yeah, other sects that are in the book now that I'm like, this is cool as shit.
There's the cartographers. With the fall of Shreknet, many Nosferatu have joined forces to profit off of their intelligence gathering skills through paper documents, informants, spies, and digital surveillance. I like that a lot. It's like they're like, oh shit, we can't use the internet.
Cracks
Knuckles. Time to go back to the old ways.
Yeah, cracks their double set of knuckles.
Yeah.
It's like extra wet. Ah.
And there are hints in some of the early V5 books. I don't think they've followed up on it. I haven't read everything, but I know in some of the early V5 books, it kind of hints that the Nosferatu might have backed up some of ShrekNet and their own
they
personal.
absolutely did. Why wouldn't they?
Yes, there's probably a vast network of like locals, like smaller servers in various pockets, and they might have like runners like taking hard drives from one to the other and like backing up fucking everything.
Love it.
I was like, again, that also would be a cool as fuck game.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, old Nosferatu. You're cartographers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm sorry, Hunter, for the next one.
All right, that's fine. Luckily, we're re-recording this episode, and I have some fun out-of-context clips from last time I can throw at the end of this episode. They sound kind of rough, but we'll get to that. But that's why I already know how to pronounce the cohorts of Wepwawet.
Nice.
Ayo.
Yeah, they're ministry warriors that rose to protect their clan and faith. Many within the faction have become radicalized to purge the Church of Set and non-Setite members.
Yeah, so Church of Set, for those who remember, is the religious belief cult thing that the Setites, the ministers, have, but anybody can be a member of the Church of Set, and then these guys are like, nah.
It's us.
Yeah.
We were chosen by Set, not them.
Yeah, so, nothing could go wrong there.
No way.
No
Can't.
way!
Mm-mm.
Not more group infighting.
Not more of that. No.
We also have the Board of Trust. That's kind of neat. The circulatory system has become a syndicate. They make money and build their power by selling and trading with all sides.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Freaky.
It's fucked up. It's super fucked up. But...
Oh yeah, human trafficking.
And I'm sure vampire trafficking and werewolf and mage and anything else they can get their hands on, I bet.
Considering there's things in Thin Blood Alchemy like the drug ash that's made out of vampire corpse.
Yeah.
That gives temporary powers. Yeah.
Not good stuff.
Yeah. No, but there's a market for vampire dust.
Mm-hmm.
And then drug.
Mm-hmm.
So making money twice.
Bum-ba-bum.
Capitalism.
We're making money on our money.
Yeah. So that's not a problem. It's fine. But
Gulp.
The next one.
How do you say that?
I've been saying the Bool.
Yeah.
Like bullion.
That makes sense because they're a Detroit-based bank that once hid from the clutches of Sabbat. But now they offer vampires on all sides of the political spectrum a safe way to move and save funds and priceless artifacts. So they're kind of like a secret bank for vampires.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like that. What is that TV show? I think it was on regular TV, but it was like a group of like Indiana Jones style like treasure hunters and what's the word, professors and stuff who'd like go find like ancient secret treasures and keep them safe in like a giant
Warehouse 13?
Fringe?
No, I never watched much of it, but my dad was really into it.
It sounds like Warehouse 13.
I did watch some of Warehouse 13 though. That's not the one I'm thinking of, I don't think. I do remember that show though. I feel like this one was on regular TV, not cable. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But that could be a concept for it, but there's also, have a game where your coterie work for a branch of the Bool, or they run a branch of it, or you gotta move something priceless that for somebody at court that is like, you're doing this, fuck you, and they're just like, oh, fuck.
Here we go.
I gotta go talk to these guys. Like, you can't fuck around. Like, what do you mean? It's just a bank. They're like, no, don't fuck around.
Homie, what kind of boon payment would you have to get to, like, steal something from the Bool?
Oh.
Like bank heist style.
Ooh.
Hi, this is the next story arc.
Yeah.
What?
Fair.
Yeah, that's the next story arc, guys. This is initially a small and independent bank that fought off the Sabbat successfully. Yeah, I can't make this easy, unfortunately.
Yeah, at the very least, I mean, here it says that they at least hid from them. So at the very least, I would say, like, good luck finding a way in.
Yeah.
Like, at the very, very least, much less
like
whatever security measures they may have.
Yeah, the way it's written in the book, it kind of comes off as, like, the bank was operational and doing their things within Detroit, so in the Sabbat territory. And also given that, because in the that Detroit got wiped of the vampire populace from the Second Inquisition. So that means these bankers survived the Sabbat and the Second Inquisition.
Yeah.
And they're doing good. The business is booming. So I'm like, oh, that's...
Scary. You know, I bet, honestly, though, like, business is booming also because of all the Sabbat relics and stuff that are just left behind that they can kind of just scoop up.
Yeah, and then with the beckoning, other people are also...
just leaving shit behind.
Leaving shit behind, which is getting scooped up and laundered and transferred. And...
Even, like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were like, I'm feeling this calling. I have to go. I'm opening an account.
Yeah. Imagine hearing the drums. They think
they'll be back.
The drums of the ancients are whirling in your head, and you're trying to fill out this fucking form. You don't even have a social security number.
Yeah. Well, I was also thinking that gives me an idea for a really good story hook. So someone does get beckoned and leaves, and there's some ancient artifact that they've been like in control of for the last, I don't know, century or two, and now it's left completely unattended in just some house and starts causing chaos. You can make it whatever you want, but
yeah. That's cool.
The kind of thing that someone who could get beckoned was taking control of, and now your party of youngins has to deal with it.
Your baby bat dumbasses now have to figure out what the fuck this is, and what to do about it.
How to contain.
And I'll be honest, if one of the answers is, we're gonna put it in a safety deposit box and never talk about it again, I think that's fine.
I'm gonna vote yes.
Especially if the box is run by the Bool.
Yeah, I go, oh, cool, I get to expand the world, and now you have to make sure you pay these guys regularly for your safety deposit box for the rest of forever.
Because if you don't, they're going to confiscate it. They're just going to take that shit and sell it at auction.
Or let it out.
Or let it out.
Whoops.
We don't know.
Oops, I dropped it.
We don't know their intentions, their goals.
I mean, I would assume to make a bunch of money. I'm honestly just continuing to talk about these guys because I do not want to try to say this. Oswobadzicele.
Gesundheit.
Oswobadzicele.
I mean, I think that's about as good as I'm coming up with, so.
Okay. Also known as the O. Big O.
Oh.
Big O. Big O. Big O.
That's Joe Fox.
Yes. This is a militant organization based or dedicated to the liberation of ghouls. The Gehenna Wars has produced several regentless ghouls, as well as pushed several servants to their breaking point. That's cool. Like, one, you're at home because your homeboy got beckoned, and he's like, take care of my fucking estate. If it falls apart and I come back, I swear to God, I'm going to eat you. And then he
like,
leaves.
Yes, Daddy.
You're like, okay. And then all of a sudden you feel the connection snap.
And you're just like, what do I do?
Yeah, that'd be fucking scary.
What do I do with my hands?
But you still have powers for a bit.
Yeah.
And now you need vampire blood.
Well, yeah, now you need vampire blood, because if you don't, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Or I'll be 60 real quick.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Hey, I wonder... How to put it? You think the amount of aging, like, say, yes, I got ghouled right now, and I was ghouled until I would have been 60, 70, 80, whatever, right? Theoretically, I'd still be alive at that age. I wouldn't just croak, right? Would the incredibly rapid aging actually just fuck me up, too? Could it possibly just kill me anyway?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, brutal.
Especially depending on... when you get that natural aging process, you might have autoimmune disorders that pop up that you wouldn't know about until it happened. Other cognitive issues could come up.
Fuck.
That would suck to stop being a ghoul because you didn't get fed, and then you rapidly age, and then find out, oops, you got dementia.
Ugh,
so you just rapidly get dementia within like 12 hours.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, no
I hate that. No,
I will go and hunt some vampires.
Yeah,
thanks,
it's like,
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the O, and
yeah,
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I didn't do shit.
Yeah, so there's tons of other factions listed in the Gehenna War books, and there's also tons of factions and cults and things that you can pull from the other books.
There's a lot. Vampires love their organizations and cults.
They love a little club.
They do.
Vampires love a little club.
And then they hate all the other ones.
Well, because you're not in my club.
Yeah.
You joined
or
the wrong
I didn't.
one.
You didn't let me in your club. One of the two.
Yeah, so I have my own club.
Unless you're in a Sabbat one, then you might be in 2 or 3. But
you might be in several clubs.
You could be quite a few clubs.
Yeah. So other conflicts. So there is, just to kind of try and keep everything straight in terms of the Gehenna War, there's also what is known as the War of Ages, aka the Eternal Struggle, aka the Jihad.
There's a whole card game about it.
There is. There's also, it seems in 5th ed, there seems to be a stepping away from using the term jihad to refer to this event. Okay. It just means eternal struggle, but I guess folks find Arab word spooky. So,
Yeah.
I'm also not Arab or Muslim, so I'm not the person to be making that call. I'm just kind of like, as far as I know, it's whatever, but, you know. So, the War of Ages, this is the ancient struggle between elder and younger vampires, the former seeking to hold their power while the latter wishes to claim some for themselves. And this is from the Gehenna War book, page 9. So examples of this would be the War of Princes, the Anarch Revolts, the Sabbat Civil Wars, and technically the Gehenna War itself are all like distilled movements within this wider conflict of "fuck you, Dad, I'm going skateboarding."
This is also where it really gets into it's hard to run vampire without it being war, because literally almost all of vampire existence is just parts of the jihad or the eternal struggle, like existing in a city. You are probably a younger raging against
an older who's also raging against an even older, and so on and so forth. And it's just this another Matryoshka doll. Except for every time you open it, you're just like, this can't keep getting older. Just how the fuck?
Eventually just becomes a little ammonite fossil in the back. You're like, it's not even a doll anymore. What the fuck?
Just, how is this? Is this also a vampire still? What the fuck? Why is God punishing ammonites? What sin could an ammonite do that would be bad enough? Are you telling me out of all of creatures that have crawled upon this earth, the only ones who have gained enough sentience to have sinned against God was humans and ammonites?
Well, one of them's extinct.
That's true.
So, maybe. Maybe they were real smart and real offensive.
Damn, just, you sinned too hard.
Gotta go extinct.
Now you can't, it's all gone.
You sinned too hard. Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see, you sinned too hard. Got vampirism. That's what happened. Go. That was bad.
I do like.
I tried.
Look, being Puppy Cat is really cute. I enjoy it. So there's that, and then there's the Second Inquisition, which is the illicit and covert multinational conspiracy within many intelligence services and the Vatican to hunt vampires. And this is the Second Inquisition book, page 6. This is where standard mortals as well as hunters can be intersected over the vampire game as antagonist, or you could do crossover event style games and sessions and chronicles, depending on how you want to do. So this is just a whole other conflict that's happening at the same fucking time, which that's gotta make the Second Inquisition and hunters just fucking annoying at this point, because the vampires are like, I have this fucking, there's Gehenna War shit, fucking, the world's gonna end, it's not now!
Hey, get out here, I'm gonna kick your ass!
Yeah, just head downy!
Yeah.
Fuck yourself!
Your fangs, whack! Your cape, whack!
What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel!
Yeah. This is also where some crossover can happen, because the Second Inquisition, while mostly focused on vampires, has been known to go after other supernaturals.
Yeah.
So you can force a team up.
It's usually, if I remember properly, smaller groups within the Second Inquisition who are just like, well, actually, we're getting rid of ghosts. Or whatever, but
I just really like the idea of you're running a hunter game and you got your hunters and they've planned out, okay, we found out there's going to be a meeting here and we're going to go and take them out during their meeting, and you find out when you get there that wasn't a meeting, that was battle plans, and you show up and there's like 2 different factions just going the fuck at it,
and they're just like, huh,
you're like, oh, huh,
just calls their headquarters, like, I guess we killed them.
Yeah. Do we just sit here and wait for them to be done?
Do we take notes? I didn't know you could do that. God, yeah, and then there might be like hunters who are just like, yeah, I'm going after these vampires, and it turns out it's just like a pack of Guru.
Yeah.
They're like, did you know they could become wolves? It's like they said in the Dracula book. It just, this hunter's very convinced he's hunting vampires, and it's just fucking werewolves. And he's just like, yeah, I guess the books were wrong. Some vampires can walk out the tail.
Yeah.
God forbid when Mage comes out.
Oh, man.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. No.
Because, I have the sneaking suspicion that at some point there will be hunters who are actually just mages and they don't know. They're just really good at killing.
Yeah. Well, there's also, we don't have to get all into it, but there is already crossover organization between the two that are kind of like all the not quite mages, like sorcerers,
like the Arcanum.
The Arcanum.
Yeah, so
specifically who I was hinting at. I know we've talked about them before, but like they're already kind of a crossover between hunters and mages and hedge mages and sorcerers.
I like the Arcanum, but that's because I like the BPRD Hellboy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that intro sequence in the Van Helsing movie where they go to that secret lab area under the Vatican and it's people from all of the religions just crafting shit and doing nerd things. I'm just like, I just want more of that workshop. I'm like, what the fuck are they all doing in there? That's cool.
I feel like you have brought up that specific scene.
It's so good!
Like 200 times,
It's
and
so
I love
good.
it. It's a good scene. Don't get me wrong,
Like,
it's a good
there's-
scene.
For tabletop roleplay gaming stuff, that scene is just so rife with just... It's such a short sequence. But there's so much shit you can pull from that for tabletop gaming in, like, so many different genres, not even just in World of Darkness, but so many games. Like, you don't have to watch that whole movie. I know it's not great. It's perfect, but it's terrible.
Just that clip, though.
But that clip alone is
very important.
So good. But Skipper, now he knows what it's for. Anyways, speaking of knowing what it's for, what are your final thoughts on Gehenna War?
Sounds like a no good, dirty, rotten, bad time.
Mm-hmm. Good game, though.
No, sounds like a great time.
Yeah.
Because this is a game and not real life.
Well, yeah.
Don't get them mixed up.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
please
I'm
do
sorry,
not.
guys.
That's what Bleed is, which we've talked about in
Hey.
previous episodes. Huzzah. Yeah.
Sounds like a cool book.
No, it seems like a shitload of game inspo. Even if you're not running a Gehenna War game, just little like nuggets that you can take and be like, actually this little thing. Yeah, but this is happening in my city, and now my pack of idiots has to deal with this world-ending adjacent conspiracy.
Yeah.
But they just had something that's important to their prince stolen and put in a bank, and now they got to deal with like international terrorist bankers.
Yeah.
But the prince just wants his vase back. It's just a really old vase.
It's nothing actually all that special about it, even.
It's not magic.
No,
yeah, it is
It's just
old.
sentimental.
It's just a terracotta vase.
It's like older than most societies existing on the world now. Like, it is a special vase, but like, it has no power.
Yeah, yeah.
Except emotionally.
Yeah, exactly. It's from his childhood.
Oh my god.
I watched my mama craft this vase.
Wow.
It's an old prince.
She had a hobby for pottery.
Yes.
Ceramics. We had the clay imported from China
Yes.
centuries ago.
I really love when a story like that has a huge impact, but it is also just incredibly dumb. Like that. Like, it is
Great.
You are dealing with like forces that are way beyond the control of your characters and like honestly probably the whole city, but like it's all over just something like petty and stupid in the long run.
That's fun.
That's very vampire too.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
petty bullshit destroying a man.
Yeah, like I've kind of gotten to the point where I would say if you are new to Vampire the Masquerade, especially for the 3 books I would recommend at this point is the core book, the Player's Guide, and the Gehenna War book. If you have people that are a little bit more advanced, I honestly would recommend also checking in the In Memoriam book, but that is something we'll talk about next episode.
Whee!
If you're a DM though, I definitely recommend the Second Inquisition book. It's a little specific, but I will say if you're a new player or you have new players, they tend to do a lot of stuff that gets attention, and so that Second Inquisition book will come in handy anyway.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of really fun weapons.
Yeah.
And there's some guides in there for Second Inquisition book, there's also a bunch of really good guides on how to run antagonists in the background effectively.
Cool.
For storytellers, which is like super fucking nice. Yeah, and then there's stuff in the Gehenna War book for running like action horror sequences and how to pace those kinds of things out, which is also really helpful for storytellers. So, huzzah! Buy
I
it.
like it.
Buy it is helpful.
Also,
Do what you're gonna do with your money. It's fine.
It also got me thinking, though, I know we mentioned them earlier, but like just the amount of like big conflicts that are stirring up, especially with the beckoning and stuff.
Oh, it's
The
bananas.
Second Inquisition are definitely probably pulling the brakes up a little bit on smaller bullshit when like the big guys are wandering around and having like actual scale conflicts in parts of the world.
Yeah.
I feel like the church might be like, maybe we can ignore this thin blood thing or whatever.
Right. We need to deal with this dude who's like 2,000 years old coming around and, punching buildings down.
Yeah, well, there's also the
He's
fun
got a
of...
sword that stabs people and then drinks their blood
Yeah.
through the sword.
Jesus
Like,
Christ. Yeah, well, there's also a lot of the Second Inquisition is just some guy who was a desk jockey for some federal government thing here, and
Who
he has
just so happened to see something.
and he has no context for the power scaling for vampires, So all vampires are that 2,000-year-old horrifying thing. Because he doesn't know any better.
Right.
So he's coming into every situation with way too much firepower. So now the vampires are like, dude, the fuck?
Why?
Holy shit.
It's also very Delta Green.
It's very Delta
Yeah.
Green.
You could literally just run Delta Green, but put it in World of Darkness. And
That'd be
it'd be a
fun.
Second Inquisition game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Just use the Hunter rules.
Yeah, and honestly, for Hunter, I would be tempted to recommend the Gehenna War book. If you're somebody who likes playing Hunter the Reckoning for 5th ed. I've highly recommended the Second Inquisition book as a reference because there's a lot of really good crossover.
Mm-hmm.
I might chuck the Gehenna War book in there too. Is like
that was my biggest complaint with H5 coming out when it did. Is that I feel like all the other editions of Hunter, what really made them work was the amount of crossover with other games that you could pull.
Yeah,
especially in New WoD. Like, very specifically was designed for you to use every other book as the antagonist books, basically. And when you only have Hunter and Werewolf, it kind of... And then you have, like, a paragraph about how a ghost might work. It, like, really, really focuses it into a Second Inquisition and, I'm drawing a blank, Evil Corporation Werewolf.
Pentax.
It's very Pentax Second Inquisition adjacent games with Hunter as it is. So, like, I feel like Hunter will get better the more splats we get. But it's also just like you can steal from older editions. You just have to be willing to write the rules yourself for 5th ed. And there are fan stuff out there already. But
Oh,
check out
sure.
Storyteller's Vault.
Yeah, Storyteller's Vault also got stuff. Pretty much everything I fucked with Storyteller's Vault has been good, save for one. I will be nice and not say.
Uh-oh.
But the people who have heard me rant about this know. And I know you're screaming right now.
I specifically avoid the Storyteller's Vault, but mostly because I have ADD and just kind of dumb. And I don't want to accidentally quote something from the Storyteller's Vault on the show.
No, that's fair.
And A, not quote, like, a small independent writer, and B, be like, no, that's canon. That's real.
Yeah.
And you're
It's
just
good.
like, what? Oh.
Also, reading PDFs makes my ADD brain, like, have diarrhea. I cannot keep any of it in me.
No, that's fair.
I get that.
But yeah, no, 5th ed's at a point now where a decent amount of the books you're able to carry over into other games now and use them for cross-references, which is cool. And the Gehenna War book definitely facilitates even more of that, because a lot of the stuff for running action horror sequences, I'm like, yeah, you can chuck this into Werewolf, there's nothing really stopping you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yay, getting more utility out of the books you bought. Huzzah!
Hell yeah.
So. I think Hunter's also set up even more than the other two for action horror.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
for sure.
That's what it's for.
There's a lot, you can have those kind of slice of life, it's happening games, but there's a lot less lore setup drama happening for you to get caught up in, and a lot more like, X Corporation doesn't care about you, but they want you to go kill Y Ghost. Have fun.
And you're just like, what? Or do my favorite thing is just set up an evil HOA.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Nobody likes the HOA. It's funny. Anywho, we gotta escape. So, thank you, Paralyze, for the music.
Yeah, thank you.
Dope as shit.
Yeah. Great job.
So, we are getting closer and closer to Gen Con, so if you're going to be in the Indianapolis area, whether you're attending the convention or not, I am doing, with my boys here at Blank Bodies and friends from City of Class Games, the charity show, Power Word Resist. It is at the Indianapolis Repertory Theater. We are selling tickets right meow. We're also taking donos to the organization's Gender Nexus to help genderqueer folk here in Indiana, and then Rain to help people that are survivors of various horrible human situations, because our government has decided to cut funding to important services. So it's just us. We gotta do it together. And we're doing this together this time with drag queens, and Iffy Wadiway is gonna be there. Yeah. And we got a bunch of local punk bands. Snora's rad, Moonguns is rad, Mr. Clit and the Pink Cigarettes are rad.
Yeah.
And we're also doing a silent auction during all of that, so if you want to come and buy cool nerd stuff donated to us by people who are cool and empathetic.
No, you just can't do it loudly.
Yeah, it's silent.
Don't talk about it.
I mean...
If we catch you cheating...
Yeah, don't cheat at the auction.
I wagged my finger at the mic, but you can't see it.
Even if you can't make it, we also have a GoFundMe to donate to the causes, and we also would appreciate it if you see stuff for Power Word Resist to repost and reshare, because the more eyeballs we get on the thing, the more people buy tickets and donate to the causes. So, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we got the local chapter of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence involved, so more drag queens.
Yeah.
Yeah! Everything's better with more drag queens.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have blessings.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
John, you need it. Look at you. Struggling.
Finger temples.
Also, thanks to Paralyze for our theme song. They're doing some shows in the Midwest.
Fuck yeah!
This summer, so keep an eye out if you're cool like us and live in the Midwest. You might be able to catch them live.
Oh, that'd be sick.
And speaking about catching people live, we're also at Gen Con for
Just
a non-charity event.
No, it's just us.
You're going to be giving us money to hear us talk. But that's on Friday? Or is it the Thursday?
Friday.
Friday, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, I have LARP Thursday. That's already sold out, everyone. I'm so sorry. But our show isn't. You can come and see us live. We'll talk about World of Darkness things. I am bringing the wheel.
Yeah, we'll have the wheel. We'll have shirts. I believe Louis Pasteur himself will be there.
He should be bringing me a fucking muffin.
Ooh, bring us all muffins.
Yeah, if I don't get a muffin, I'm gonna cry and throw a fit.
If I don't get a
live
muffin...
on stage, so come see us.
Paid $4? Is $2 or $4? Less than $5. For less than $5, you too might be able to see Hunter cry on stage.
Yeah, I'd charge more if it was up to me, but alas,
Eric already set the price.
We're charging you a fair amount, instead of whatever I would have put. So. Defeated again.
Yeah. So if you want more info and details, if you go to the Gen Con website and just type in Blank Bodies, we are like the first and only thing that pops up. If you want more info about it, also join our community Discord. We have links and can ask us questions.
Yeah, and you can get to all of these things we've named by just going to blankbodies.com.
Yes.
Blankbodies.com will bring you to everything.
Everything. All of our socials. Everything, including our Patreon, which our lovely patrons have paid for us to upgrade our equipment and get research books and notes and to be able to facilitate us having a merch store now. We have merch.
We got merch.
We are putting in the orders for the last of the stuff we need to get printed, and then the goal is to have this shipped out before Gen Con. That is the goal. So you lovely patrons may have your shirts, your tussies in the mail before Gen Con. That is the goal. Right, meow.
Shirts are going out, and we will have more shirts at Gen Con. The stickers are stuck on a boat, so we're not sure when the stickers are going to get here. I know we posted a preview at some point and talked about them, but so they are coming.
Yeah, Trump
just
fucked us yet
slowly.
Again. I'll say it, I don't give a fuck. He's a bad man and his party should feel bad.
Yeah.
They're denying me stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst thing they've done recently.
I was trying to make it lighthearted, I'm sorry. The horrors persist, and unfortunately, so must I.
Well, don't worry. Epstein didn't have a client list, so it's fine.
Oh, God.
Anyway, you can give us money on Patreon.
We appreciate it. We have some Patreon goals to get enamel pins done for the patrons. Everyone who's given us money. Hooray.
Yeah, and we have regular pins in production, too.
Yes,
so.
We're getting buttons. We know all you Neurospicy people love your stickers and your buttons, and we're trying.
Yeah.
Despite God trying to stop us.
But other than that, if you want to be on the show, we do interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Please email us at gmail.com. I know I've had a couple people hit us up on Discord, but usually it's like hitting us up for a friend or something. It is much better to get us through the Gmail because Discord is not where I do most of my professional thinking. So it kind of falls apart. Or just message Sarah and not me. That would also help.
Yeah, if you message me, I'll probably tell you to also email, because then Hunter's also looped in.
Yeah.
So, email is the best first spot. It's totally cool if you send us the email and then DM us to be like, hey, I sent you the email. And I'm like, cool, because Hunter's riddled ADHD, and I'm so fucking frazzled right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we're doing a lot. We got a lot of things. We got some new things in production that are coming up. We've also got Stinky Gamer Pleasure Dome. We got a little delay. We had some tech delays that delayed this episode and this week's episode of that, so we're pushing that back a little bit. But that gives you a little more time to catch up and play some Space Funeral if you haven't yet. We're talking about that one. Short game, so we might talk about all of it, but
Ayo.
We usually focus on the first 2 hours of a game.
Ayo.
Ayo.
I think that's everything.
I think that's everything for now. Goodbye.
Yeah, see ya.
Goodbye. Oh, wait, this is about war.
Yes.
Yeah. But John...
Don't growl while
John,
I'm making eye contact.
John, you can give a
So
regular
much.
kiss because sometimes even love can bloom on the battlefield.
Love you.
Yay.
Look, sometimes war is the only place where men feel safe enough to express their intimacy with each other. That's literally the plot of Lawrence of Arabia. Anyways, end the show.
We're getting out of here.
I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia. Is it about gay love and war?
It is.
Oh.
Interesting.
That movie's gay as fuck.
Never seen it.
It's so pretty, though. It's so pretty.
Too bad it's gay. I can't watch it.
Hunter, just
Not
watch
allowed
it.
to.
It's classic cinema.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
God damn, let's go.